Hey everybody, welcome back and thanks for joining me. My name is Sean Nelson, advanced sommelier and founder of Somm Wine Club. And what I got for you today is the 2020 Casa Vinicola D'Angelo Aglianico del Vulture. This is wine from Basilicata in the south of Italy, made from a grape called Aglianico. Now, Aglianico del Vulture is the name of the denominación in Basilicata in the north, which is kind of centered around the extinct volcano of Mount Vulture. Now, the volcano is no longer active, but its previous volcanic activity has contributed immensely to the geology and the landscape of the area. This is an area that is full of volcanic ash and volcanic soil, which is very fertile, very verdant, very green, rolling hills. And then, of course, you have this extinct volcano kind of capping the landscape, overlooking everything in the valley. The D'Angelo family has been making wine in and around Vulture for nearly a century. The company was officially kind of set up in the 1930s, but in 1924 they were exhibiting their wines at the trade fair in Bari in Puglia to the east. Now, they are in the fourth generation of family ownership. The current owners and operators of the winery, Rocca D'Angelo and his sister, Erminia D'Angelo, have grown up in the winery and in the area, kind of working as part of the family throughout their lives, and now the next generation's taking over. So you can't really talk about Aglianico del Vulture without talking about D'Angelo. They're so intertwined with the region. In the 1970s, when the DOC was established in 1971, Lucio D'Angelo, Rocca's father, was one of the most ardent supporters of Aglianico del Vulture, and in 1976 they were one of the first producers in the region to export their wines outside of Italy. So a long history, a long dedication to this grape variety, this region, and this style of wine. So Aglianico is not a shy wine. It's big, it's dense, you are in a warm Mediterranean climate, although the actual region itself is landlocked and doesn't have any exposure to the ocean, being at such a southerly latitude. It does have warm, consistent temperatures throughout the growing season, and Aglianico is adapted really, really well to this growing condition. Big alcohol, big tannin, big fruit, big color. This wine is like this beautiful deep purple color. It's actually starting to show just a little bit of a brick rim to it as well. So just a little bit of color variation, which shows that it's starting to develop just a little bit. It's aged for 18 months in large oak casks, all manual harvests done at night to keep the grapes cool. And really, really intoxicatingly aromatic. Lots of plum, cocoa, coffee, dried herbs, dried flowers, leather. There's some spice notes here, like anise or clove. There's a certain rusticity to this wine. It has this kind of gamey, animal-y feel to it. Iron, like dried violets. That's really pretty, and I just want to keep smelling it, but now I'm going to taste it. Just definitely a red wine that is dominated by tannins. The tannins are firm, dense, that the first thing you notice with this wine that kind of sticks to your tongue, sucks all the moisture out, and then after the tannins have kind of done their work, then you see the acidity, the freshness, and the intensity of the flavors in this wine. There's alcohol, but well balanced alcohol. Like I said, this grape variety is really well suited to the growing conditions in Basilicata and in Vulture. So 13.5% alcohol, in another grape variety grown in this region would probably reach higher degrees of alcohol, but you have this beautiful kind of synergy between the land and the grape varieties, keeping everything in check. Serving temperature for this wine should probably be somewhere around 15 C, 60 Fahrenheit, depending on which temperature your fridge or wine cellar measures in. Decanting, highly recommended here. You want to give this wine a little bit of time to open up, to express itself, to have those tannins soften just a little bit. But you can also do that through food. Traditional foods of the region, Luganico, the original kind of Italian sausage that has then now spread across the country, originated in Basilicata. And so sausages, ground, savory, meaty pork and boar, or even lamb, because this has so much flavor. I love using game meats with kind of slightly rustic, earthy reds. This is maybe not your casual pasta wine. I think this is a little bit too dense and a little bit too robust in flavor for that. But a richer, hearty roast, or something, like I said, meaty that's been cooked down, you get some of that fat to kind of soften some of the tannins in the wine. You can also age this. This wine has incredible aging potential. It's just, I think, at this point now, 3 years old, barely entering a drinking window. After spending 18 months in oak, and then it's been bottled, and then shipped, and then retail. So you're looking at basically this wine being brand new. If you want to hold it for a year, it's definitely going to benefit. So if you happen to have extra wine on hand and you can put this one away, go ahead, do it. Drink it in a year, or come and get a second bottle and then drink one now and then drink one in a year, or one in 3 years or 5 years. This wine has probably 10 years of development potential in front of it. And I think maybe even that's understating it. This wine, Aglianico, has a great variety, extremely underrated in terms of international reputation. It's only even now 40, 50 years after the establishment of the DOC, starting to really gain some traction in an international market and awareness with consumers. So I'm happy to be able to continue to share these incredible Southern Italian reds with people. I think I might age some of this. I think that's going to be my move. But as you wish, these are your wines. I hope you enjoy them in whatever fashion you choose to. And I hope that you enjoy the D'Angelo Aglianico del Vulture. Cheers.